way, kind of in a way.
So.
Okay.
We're live. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh no. Whatever will we do? I don't know. Hi, folks, and welcome to the Bones Radio Podcast.
Hi.
Okay, that was easy.
There it is.
Gee, it's Christmas. Oh, well, we already started out with a shit show, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Well,
hi, guys. I'm Bones. I'm Bones Radio Show. I have a podcast, and here it is. Wow. Woohoo. We have several people with us today. We have the lovely Pit Boss.
hello.
Oh, he's so sexy. Yes. I'm in front of a bus. We have Angel right here. Darling. Yes. Courtney, of course. Look at her. Yes. Yeah, we don't talk about Bruno, Courtney.
Who's Bruno? What?
And then we have Dragon Child, the mom of the group. Gee, she's gonna make sure.
Oh, wait, no. Courtney's a mom too.
Well, Courtney's mom too.
But I'm not the mom of the group.
But she,
What's her credentials again?
Age.
Age. Right.
Age.
And so what we got, guys, is we're gonna talk about a few things. Hopefully everything goes bueno. You know how it goes. But other than that, I just wanted to see how you guys were doing. How's everybody going? How's everything going?
Fantastic.
Great, good.
Awesome.
All right. Now, if one of you, Pit Boss, I need you to do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
I need you to go to the tubies of the Ubies and make sure that you can see my boobies.
Oh, they are poking out. And hey, Grimlock, I see you.
Hi, guys. We're over here on YouTube. If you guys want to, just go into my profile here, go to the YouTube icon, and then come talk to us over here. Let's see if we got any comments yet. Oh, it's Grimlock.
Yeah, I don't know which way we're looking.
Smash.
Oh, I have the live up too.
Yeah, so we can do this live several different ways, but we're going to keep it this way because it's fun. Unfortunately, I don't know how I got in the middle of all this chaos, but here I am. So,
It's a bone sandwich.
I don't think.
Oh yeah.
Giggity.
Yeah, that didn't sound right at all. Oh, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be asking all them questions, and they're going to answer, or they're just going to give their comments and thoughts and opinions on how they feel about certain things, especially in life today. But before we start this lovely live in the most beautiful fashion, I would like you to tell me something. How many of you are part of the LGBT community? Lovely. Now, I'm not a person of the LGBT community, but I do support them for the most part. I don't agree with everything and everything, so I'm going to have my disagreements with everybody, even the straight, white, cis, whatever people, okay? So, I don't care. Either way, I'm just a middle ground.
Well, technically for me, I mean, I got a granddaughter that's pretty much stepped out of the closet, so she was scared to tell Grandpa. So
look at your hair.
Well, yeah, yeah. That's
come on.
But she finally she came out and I said, "Hey, I still love you anyway. It doesn't matter." So I'm a supporter.
Why y'all still in here? Why aren't you in YouTube? Come on, man. Look at this. I got lovely people in here commenting already, and you guys are still sitting here. Oh my goodness.
Well, they're all reaching out in different ways.
They do. They tend to. No.
Wait, are you streaming this on YouTube and TikTok?
Well, I'm streaming live on TikTok right now, just me. If I could stream it on both, I would, but I got to get a custom RTMP is what it's called. It's just it's a custom link that I can stream on several different places. Right now, we're just on YouTube. Gotcha. Unfortunately. But it's okay, because people from TikTok can go over to YouTube. What? Oh, sorry. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over a few subjects with everybody, and we're going to get the thoughts and feelings of all of these lovely people. So,
where's lovely people? What?
Oh, by the way, This broadcast, this podcast is brought to you by SouthernVetSuites.com. That's right, SouthernVetSuites.com. They don't pay me a dime to tell you to put his nuts in your mouth. No, really, go check out Southern Vet Suites. You guys love it. So now let's get down to, let's just go ahead and talk about the first thing.
That pops up.
That's what we're talking about, Courtney. Oh my God. Stop. It's lovely. So anyway, we got this month is Pride Month. It's Men's Mental Health Month. And then there's another thing that's on this month. There's I don't know how many things are going on this month. But the two most important are these two. I don't know. To be honest with you, I didn't know it even was Men's Mental Health Awareness Month until last year.
I didn't even know we had a month.
No, you get the whole year.
Why did you guys pick the same month as Pride Month? What the hell?
Okay, let me tell you why we picked this thing. Because during Pride Month and Men's Mental Health Month, you can hug a guy or you can hug a gay. It's up to you.
Oh my God.
Maybe it's because men just are men and, well, we'll hug each other and grab our butts at the same time.
Well,
Good game.
It's more or less
you
we
go.
slap each other on the backside and say, keep going. You got
Keep
it.
going.
Good game.
Good game, champ.
Good game, Chip.
He could go all the way. Anyway,
So, it being Pride Month, for sure, it being Pride Month, we have to do this right here. Definitely.
Boop, boop.
So we're going to have the Bones Radio Pride Month logo.
What's the
out there.
trees?
That's the thing. It's each color is a different object. You've
So it's green for the tree.
Purple blossoms on the bottom, a blue sky, green, yellow flowers, orange. I don't know. I think the top one's bacon. I'm not sure, but it's red either way.
I want to identify as right now.
And then you got clouds on the sides and another tree sticking out the ass end of the whole thing.
Not the bacon.
Oh, the bacon. Yeah,
oh,
definitely the bacon.
There's a lot of
there's
pride
nothing
in my
wrong with
bacon.
Right? Oh,
Everything tastes better with bacon.
everything
duh.
tastes good with bacon.
Unless you're vegan, then you don't like bacon.
Well,
we
then
have
I-
that. Yes,
Yeah.
Bearded
Oh.
Houdini, we do have that. If you guys, this right here, that is the thing that most guys say is literally we actually have a month. Yes, we actually have a month.
And it's very important.
It is. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for the men out there and fellows that are here, I mean, seriously, straightforward. I've been in that position, you know.
Okay, I've got to have a comment explained from Grimlock Smash. Really? Really? Just straight up calling you out. If you put a comment in there that I'm going to call you out, I'm going to tell you right now.
Hey, I can say this much to all the vegans. Hey, I'm saving your food by taking care of the ones that eat it.
Right? Look, we're actually
Eat your dog?
reducing CO2 output by taking care of the meat.
Oh my God.
Oh. Okay, so we know who the carnivores are in here.
Meat, yeah!
Arby's. Okay, so
I got
here-
the beef.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go around to each and every one of you. And when I go around to each and every one of you, I want you guys to tell me exactly how you feel about these months that are here right now. And if you have any, comments, questions, complaints, anything, anybody in the chat that has a comment or a question for somebody in the group here, let us know. I'll highlight that question and you guys can, say whatever you want to say. And if you're still watching me on TikTok, why?
Oh, yeah.
Go over
Angel,
to
leave
YouTube.
the TikTok.
Genie Christmas.
Someone's got to send them likes.
That's right. Hey guys, if you're watching the TikTok right now, go ahead and hit that like button multiple times. Start hitting the button.
Right? I'm the only one in here. Thank you, Fireman Wells.
Well,
Fucking thumbs getting
So
tired.
you have some mod here. I appreciate you, Misty. Thank you, honey. Misty is one of my outlaws, and I have the Bones Radio Outlaws, and they tend to enforce the law of the Bones Radio Show. So
I fought the law, but the law won.
you damn right.
hey, I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy.
Oh, damn it.
At least you didn't shoot the deputy. Okay, so Pit Boss, you're the first up, and Pit Boss, by the way, is the co-host of the Bones Radio Show,
Hey.
and he's just I've been trying to get him to get a good hairstyle, but
Well,
he chose not to.
I'm trying to grow it for Bones. We're gonna slip it off.
The
later.
sympathy growth.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sympathy.
I'll do that on my face. You do that on your head.
Okay, that'll work. We'll trade. So literally, for me, mental health. I mean, a lot of guys do not know that there was an actual month for it. I mean, we are always been taught to keep everything in. I mean, this is why we could be so explosive at times. I mean, it literally, we put everything packed down in since birth till the D. All right, at the end, the permanent death march. All right. So when it comes down to it,
rephrase that properly next time.
Not that D. That's a different kind of D.
Were you talking about Men's Mental Health Month or Pride Month? Which one were you talking about?
Well, we could slip into that.
Men's.
You can slip the D into that.
Give her a courtesy spit first.
Hey,
I told you it's gonna be a shit show. I don't know what you guys thought. So
it's fun.
And I'm the good one over here right now. Can you believe it?
yes.
Excuse me. I haven't said anything yet.
But then, it's hard. It's hard to step up and say, hey, I've got a problem or I have an issue, and we're always told to keep it down. We're supposed to do what we're supposed to do. And that's the end of the day, but a lot of times there's a lot of us that if you notice your significant other sitting in the car longer than usual, you got to ask, hey, what's going on? What's happening?
Yeah.
And it goes right into, Pride Month. People have literally bottled that in. And I don't know how many people that are out there. Hey, I got to tell you, gays have been here, the gay community, the LGBTQ, all of them have been here forever. Hello. If you want to go look at that book they all try to throw at you, they're in there too.
Right.
So they've been around for centuries. So how can people turn around and say, oh, this is new? No, it's not. It's not new.
No. In fact, let's see. This is the beauty of Google, ladies and gentlemen. So we can Google a lot of different things and get a lot of different weird answers. But, it's one of those things that we're going to do right now. How long has Men's Mental Health Month been around? Since 1994. So
what?
I can recognize why most men don't know it.
No.
Yeah, well, I can recognize that. But in the 90s, men were men. We didn't talk to nobody.
I was born the June before that. I feel a little offended.
Oh my god.
Or do you feel a little masculine? Which one is it?
Maybe both.
Yeah. All that men's mental health went into you.
Hey.
Okay. All right. Now, Sir Angel.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, it's your turn to
My turn
to speak on.
Oh, good. I have time then.
You do have time. So, Angel,
yeah, like you smoke the pig. So I didn't actually realize it was Men's Mental Health Month until TikTok recently.
You didn't know?
I didn't know.
Face.
Okay. Also, my entire life has been about the fucking rainbow.
True. So that brings me to a question for you then. How and this is the thing that everybody asks, and of course they all ask it, and I'm going to ask it to you. How do you identify? What are your pronouns? All that jazz.
They, them.
They, them.
Gender
And
fluid.
how many times do I use they, them with you?
1 out of 100. I don't know.
Well, I never have. I've always done the one thing that is universal and used your name.
Yep.
So, and then I do slip up and say he, her, blah, 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 whatever. So, and the difference is you understand that I have respect for you and that I don't mean it malicely. But
Don't.
it is Pride Month, though. So what is your favorite thing about Pride Month?
The history, not the actual parades or anything.
The history.
you tend to have more people researching during this month. More
Okay.
resources are available,
Oh, okay.
talked about.
Well, do you remember when Pride Month actually became popular?
No.
Bill Clinton declared the anniversary of the Stonewall riots every June in America as Gay and Lesbian Pride Month.
And what was the Stonewall riots, Bob?
In 2011, Barack Obama expanded the officially recognized Pride Month to include the whole of the LGBT community.
That is the American side of it.
Oh yes, that's the American side.
So we definitely still follow Stonewall, but I think our dates are different. I just can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think the declaration of the dates is different.
Yeah.
But it's one of those months that, you know, people have problems and people don't. We know how it goes. But it is what it is. If Pride Month means something to you, that's what matters.
Yeah.
So now, Courtney, darling.
Why do I have to go next?
All right,
Because
cool.
you volunteered yourself.
Dragon, it is Men's
Yes.
Mental Health Month and it is Pride Month. What are your feelings on these?
Men's Mental Health Month, giving them a chance to speak their minds and share with us that they have emotions. Even I can bring it back to even students in my classroom that my boys need to know it's okay to cry. It's okay to tell how you're feeling.
Yeah.
And so they need to know that this is an open place and they don't need to hide it and bottle up just because they're a guy and be the strong one.
No. And that's important, especially at a young age. I'm trying to teach my son that too. You know, it's okay to share your feelings. It's okay to talk to me, but you need to talk to me.
Right. It's just how you display your feelings is what I'm trying to teach them.
Oh yeah.
So it's okay to have the feelings. If you're angry, you can't throw a chair across the room. Talk about it.
Yeah. There you go. That's a very important thing with young men at this time in their life, especially at the time of your kids that you teach are what, 4th, 5th?
Yes.
Okay. We're not saying schools, we're not saying places or things. We just know that you teach 4th and 5th. And that's all we need to know. So we know that this is an educator. This is a person that deals with your children. And if your children are throwing chairs, I swear to Google, you better make them stop. I'm saying.
No, we teach them the correct way to handle their emotions.
Good. And now, what does Pride Month mean to you?
Pride Month, again, is a time of the month where you can feel comfortable. Unfortunately, things going on in the world nowadays, Pride is not really accepted in some states or some places.
Mm.
And so to give them a month that people who are in the community can feel comfortable coming out, talking openly what their pronouns are, and all about the concept that it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, and it's really
to be
not.
part of it.
It's really not, but it leads into a whole different conversation of a lot of different things when it comes to kids coming out and talking and stuff like that. And there's some kids that I know that we had just had a friend over a little while ago and had no idea we were TikTok friends. It was funny. And we had no idea. We went to her shop. We interviewed at her shop. And I say we by me and Kat both because she runs a head shop. And she was interviewing both of us. She was like, well, I only need one of you. So I was pointing to Kat. I was like, her. Come to find out, it's somebody that me and her have been following each other for a very long time. And we just didn't know. She's like, why didn't you say something? Probably because you don't have red hair and a Harley outfit on.
There you go.
I don't think you're gonna wear that at work. So yeah.
No,
but she was talking about how her daughter told her that she said, Mom, I think I like girls. And she said, okay. Well, she gave her the hard questions, you know. Could you see yourself doing this to a girl? So you see yourself doing that to a girl? And she was like, oh no. Then how do you know, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Like she's all for her saying what she needs to say, being who she needs to be 100%. But I think she was just pressured by her friends to say that, or the friends keep talking about that stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, honey, you are free to explore this part of yourself, but how do you know right now that you do? Which was, I think, a good question to ask.
Yes, it opens up the line of communication.
Yeah. But to also know that you can have open communication with your significant other, your mother or father, your friends, whatever, that helps too. And a lot of people are afraid to come out because of, bullying and shunning and things like that. I get that.
Well, that's the thing. We had actually a rainbow day where I work, and there were notices passed out so the kids would remember.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids threw the notice away saying, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. And I'm sitting there as an educator and a member of the community. I'm going, okay, we need to have some discussions about the concept, but it's so careful of a subject that you have to.
And that's the thing. I don't like tiptoeing around all that BS. But anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately we do. We have to.
Well, not here. We don't.
No,
Yes.
no. It's...
Now, Courtney. Oh, my Courtney. My darling, darling Courtney.
Hello, Vin.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, two things. One, what does the Men's Mental Health Month mean to you? And two, what does Pride Month mean to you?
So, I think that men's mental health is an amazing thing to have started and deal with. I feel like it will really decrease on the toxic masculinity that goes around with men and being the I'm tough, I don't need to talk about my feelings concept. Yeah. And the chest banging. Oh, boy, man, hear me roar. Babe, you're fine. But it definitely, I think it's geared more towards the younger generation that really needs it, because of all the high rates of suicide and everything like that amongst young people. The older generation, we're kind of set in our ways, and it's a little harder for us to grasp and understand and change mindset. What are you talking about? Bones, why are you looking like that now?
What are you talking about? What do you mean I'm set in my ways?
We were all raised a certain way, and it's a little harder for us to change those. Just like for me, for example, talking about Pride Month, my brother is gay, my daughter is bisexual, I am bisexual. My daughter, then they came out with the whole they, them, and my daughter had to explain it to me because I was like, wait, they and them is talking about like a group of people. Like, you don't say that to one person. What are you talking about? So she had to explain it to me. And then I met Angel, who's also a they, them. Yeah. And I use it very frequently now. It just kind of rolls off the tongue. But, when my daughter came out to me, she said, Mom, I like girls. I said, okay, congratulations. I think she thought that this is going to be some like climactic thing that I was going to like.
You were going to freak out and be like, oh no.
No, not that. Just I think she thought maybe I was going to throw like a party or something. Like it's a period party or some shit. Like the fuck?
No. Period party.
I don't know, but I've heard it, madam.
It's the people do it as a coming of age because
please do not party.
Wouldn't that be considered
did they do this like back in the fucking like medieval times? Oh, you got your blood, darling. Let's go have a swallow.
We're going fishing for sharks today, honey. In the pool.
Oh my god. But I was actually very like okay with it, and I was like, well, if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. And on the subject of your friends whose daughter came out or whatever, I was gonna say that it's okay to like women and not want to be sexual with them. It is okay to find women attractive, just like it is okay for a man to find another man attractive but not want to have sexual relations with them. Okay, Every man on the planet finds Ryan Gosling sexy. Or not Ryan Gosling. Who is it? Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds.
Dare insult Ryan Reynolds like that.
I'm sorry. It was I got the wrong name. I'm sorry. My bad.
He is a hetero and gay treasure.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. Excuse me. Sorry.
Ryan, Courtney did not mean that.
That is probably the only man that every man on this planet would have sex with.
Look, Ryan Reynolds, if you somehow, some way come across this, understand that you're the most attractive man in the world, and it doesn't matter who you get with. They're gonna,
The lesbians will back that as well.
You know, I mean, everybody on the planet
There
wants
you go, right there.
Ryan Reynolds.
Is the exception.
But I'm saying that's the other thing that also goes along with mental health, because there are some straight men that find men attractive and they get very like, oh my God, I'm gay, I'm a homosexual. No, you're not. Bro, lights off, it doesn't matter. Do you, boo? Who fucking cares?
Yeah, there you go. See, there's the
I'll keep
period
lights on
party.
around you.
Grimlock.
Kool-Aid, red
Thank you,
velvet cake, and
Grimlock.
strawberry ice cream.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
That's a period party.
And sometimes $20 is $20.
I gotta be
Wow.
a dad here. I gotta be a dad here for just a minute. Okay. If my wife did that and I walked into the house and saw strawberry everything, I'd be like, I'm out. That's all I'm saying. I'm going.
Well,
There's a comedian. There's
no
a comedian
man
that
is
actually did that.
guys
No-
are not
no man's
supposed to
innocent.
go to a period party.
Oh no!
Really?
This
We're-
comedian's daughter invited a specific boy from her school because
Oh
he
my
was
God.
a dick and didn't tell him that it was a period party. And
You
he just
wonder why
had
there's men's
red
mental
velvet
health
cake all over his face, and this comedian was cracking up.
Wow.
Oh, that is vicious.
Okay. All right. So we've talked about Men's Mental Health Month, and we've talked about Pride Month, which for me, Men's Mental Health Month is awesome. I didn't know we had that. I'm glad that we do. It's one of those things that when I found out, the first thing I sat there, I made a video. The first thing I was like, wait, we got a month? Like, what the hell? And there's a bunch of people that sat there and duetted that or stitched it. And they're just like, yeah, I didn't know that. I'm like, no, we didn't know that. We never, we don't talk to people. That's the way men are. We just bottle it up and we move forward. It's the way we were taught as kids. And I'm Gen X. So Gen X was taught to be mentally tough. So.
Yeah,
And
all
And if you
these
did
months.
talk about your feelings, you were called names:
Yeah.
sissy, baby, girl. You know.
Hey,
all of
Sally,
these
how you doing?
months are to bring awareness to anything that's out there, so that we're
Right.
not just all robotic and all the same.
Right.
Why
Right.
not?
I mean, when guys talk to each other, have you ever seen this? Seriously, when guys actually talk to each other, it's just like this, and just walk off. All we do is nod our head and
What
keep
up, bro?
Yeah.
You know, that's about it. If you guys don't read that, you know, we're talking to each other. It's just, how's it going?
That's when you see the shoving match between, two guys calling each other's wusses or some shit because they want to talk about it, but they can't.
No, so we
Right.
fight about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were taught to bottle it up. Oh, well, there we go, right there. We were taught to bottle it up, but nowadays we can be a little bit emotional. That is true,
Right.
but I will say this for men, there are women out there that do not like emotional men.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
They are
Same.
they are those ones that how would you put it? Their body count is very high.
I love it. I don't think there's nothing sexier than a man who can show his fucking emotion.
And that's why I want to cry in your lap.
Okay, you can cry in my lap, and I will caress your bald head.
So terrible.
Fine.
Honey, where's my whoopee?
Where's my whoopee?
And I'm sure my chesticles will rest just right on your forehead. Too.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
All right.
Lord.
SouthernVetSweets.com, ladies and gentlemen. That's right.
That's right.
SouthernVetSweets.com. Okay. All right.
You know I had to do it.
Let's talk about something
Fry
else
out
here.
the
Since it is
pirates.
Pride Month, there's a few things that go along with Pride Month. And one of those is definitely this that people have issues with inside and outside of schools. They push agendas. So my thoughts and feelings, of course, are always going to be the same. School is for higher education only. No agendas, no politics, no nothing. You learn about government in there, but you don't choose a side. You don't bring in your agendas and your politics. Like if somebody's walking in trying to teach the kids about Jesus and in church and the Christian faith, they took praying out of schools.
Mhm.
So you take praying out of schools and then you try to push a different agenda in the school. It's like, to me, that didn't work that way. So keep the schools just schools. If you want to teach your child about LGBTQ, if you want to teach your child about being a Christian, if you want to teach your child about being Norse pagan, if you want to teach your child about life in general, it all starts at the home because that's where it needs to be. So if you're going to teach your kid to hate other people, cool. That's what you taught them. But if you're going to teach your kid to love everyone, cool. That's what you taught them. My kids, if I find out personally, if I find out that any agenda is being pushed in school, whether it be Christian or LGBTQ, whatever it is, I'm gonna have a problem with it because my kids aren't there to learn that. They're there to learn math and science and history and stuff like that. That's what they're there to learn. So I'm not saying like what everybody else is saying. Oh, keep the kids out of it. Keep the kids out of it. They're your kids. Do what you want. I don't care. If you want to teach your kids that gay is the only way, go for it. If you want to teach your kids that straight Christian is the only way, go for it. I don't care. That's your children. You got to teach them that. I'm not going to sit there and tell you how to raise your kids at all. But I will say you're not going to try to raise mine. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Can I interject on that?
Oh, of course, darling. Yes.
Okay. While I agree with you to a certain extent, we don't have to teach gay, straight. We don't have to teach those things. But we as educators, Dragon and I, we teach children not to be dickheads, not to be assholes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that is very hard for us to do when we have parents at home that are like, gay is not right. This person's not right. That person's not right. And then they come to us and they're like, okay, well, my daddy said that men liking men is not okay. And then that's where our job becomes difficult, because then we have to be like, well, that is your father's perspective and thought. And while that is okay for him to like that, you still may not be an asshole to somebody because you don't like the way they live.
Exactly. And that's the one thing is when it comes down to it, you can love who you want to love. Don't I mean, there's no reason for you to sit there and bully somebody because they're different than you. I mean, it's the same thing as the same thing as a white kid bullying a black kid or a black kid bullying a white kid. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just bullying, period. Whether it's about your gender, your race, whatever it is. Well, I don't like to say race. I like to say, creed or color or ethnicity.
Yeah.
Because I believe that we're all a part of the human race. So take that with a grain of salt, you bastard. But when it comes down to it and it's all said and done, really, my personal view on it is keep it out of schools. You want to push your agendas outside of schools? Cool. Go for it. That's your town. That's your place. That's where you got to live. I don't care.
I don't see it as being pushing an agenda, though. Like, I feel like it's more making it aware and making it a topic to be comfortable to talk about, because there are so many people that are so uncomfortable to have the topic of two women loving each other or two men loving each other or a born woman wanting to be a man. And I don't see it as pushing an agenda, but other than making everybody aware and known of things, more or less.
Fuck you, Dragon, I'm talking.
I'm always shoved to the corner.
Dragon.
I can see the pushing agenda, though.
Yeah, you know what? Hold on. I'm just there.
Better.
Now you're the host. Go ahead.
I mean, I think it's different from where Courtney's coming from because she works with the littler ones, so to be able to explain it to them, where with interactions that I have with older students, and they verbalize these things to me, I say, okay, your family can have your views. We try to teach them that we can agree to disagree, that I can like what I like, you can like what you like, and we need to move on. Because it usually shuts the kids down. Again, had that conversation with a student, middle school student, and he didn't like that I was wearing rainbow. And I said to him, I like it. Well, I don't. And I said, why? Because I'm Christian. Okay, great. That's fine. I like it. You don't. And we end the conversation, null and void. He has not said anything.
What now?
That's the other problem.
What?
Sorry. Rainbows are not just associated with the gay community. Rainbows have been around far before.
Rainbows are associated in the
Bible,
in the Bible, in the Christian religion.
Yeah,
but not just that, but they also associate it with babies who are born after a miscarriage. They call them rainbow babies.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
But if I
Like a
got into
positive
the
thing.
but if I got into a discussion,
the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
but as an educator,
Charms.
you get into that discussion, then people start thinking you're pushing the agenda. So I'm just teaching him that you can have your view, I can have my view.
Yeah.
We didn't discuss what it represented.
Now, would you consider, and I know people don't like this word, but it's a word that everybody uses and is the way it is. If you're teaching your kid at home or anywhere else, and you're teaching them about the LGBT community, do you consider that grooming?
Teaching them at home?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Now, same thing goes with another kid. If you're teaching a kid to be a straight Christian values person, are you not grooming them too? Wouldn't that be considered the same thing?
I don't know if you consider grooming versus teaching the same thing.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody says you're teaching somebody about the LGBTQ community. You're teaching them about that. You're grooming them. That's what they're saying. They're saying, "Oh, you're grooming them."
But if I'm teaching them math, am I grooming them for math?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't get the connection.
I'm not saying that they're grooming them at all. No.
Grooming is associated with something like horrific with children.
But they continue to use
using
that
them.
word.
Oh yes, I know society
They use it
uses
as a
that word,
scare
and
tactic.
that's not a good word to use because nobody is grooming anybody. They're giving them knowledge. They're educating. They are broadening horizons and making them see something bigger than what their religion might say or what their parents might say.
Right.
Me personally, I don't talk about that kind of stuff around the little guys and even my school agers when they say something.
Yeah.
You know, I just go, cool, and keep it pushing. Why? Because they're not my children. And there are parents like you who don't want that kind of conversation. And nor is that my duty to have that conversation. The most I could say is we don't treat people differently because they love differently or because they see things differently than you do.
No.
You don't be a jerk to somebody. That's it.
Right.
And
You have to accept
right
people
there.
for who they are.
Exactly. And that right there is, to me, in the education field, there are teachers that push agendas, whether they believe in political or whatever. They push agendas. And we've seen these people on TikTok. We've seen these people on social media that have, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. I mean, I've seen them both ways. And there's teachers out there that are hating on the kids that are coming out. There's teachers out there that are trying to teach, the kids that this is the way you need to be, and when it comes down to it, it's one of those things that I don't believe that they should allow that at all from educators. Educators, in my opinion, should be 100% always neutral, always politically, genderly, whatever, however you want to say it. They need to be neutral 100%.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I mean,
but like I said, for me, I don't talk about those situations because again, it's not my job.
Yeah.
I can only tell them, hey, just because that person is doing something differently than you doesn't mean you can treat them like shit.
Yeah.
It's okay not to like something that somebody else does. You keep your mouth shut about it and just keep fucking moving.
Right.
You don't have to be friends with everybody. You just have to respect them as a human being and let them make their own life choices. As long as they're not hurting anyone.
Your world's not going to end just because somebody else is different than you.
Right.
Well, that's where adults think that the world's going to end because there's so many gay and transgendered and drag queens. They all think, oh my God, everybody's trying to push us to be gay.
Yeah.
Ah!
No.
You're just going right up my alley here.
Then now we're talking about cars here for a minute. That's kind of
Not NASCAR.
for a NASCAR.
Grimlock. Keep
didn't know
religion
that
out of
was a
schools, including the
religion.
worst cult out in NASCAR. Only Grimlock can actually. Oh my God.
I mean, I remember with educating. I mean, in school when I was a kid, being taught, the good things and the bad things about history.
Yeah, but the history books aren't always correct either. So
they're not always correct. But then that's where it comes down to me as an individual to decide if I like it or not. It's not somebody else saying you have to like it this way. you have to be this way, you have to be that way. No, I don't. I have to be me.
Right.
That's all I have to be in this world.
Exactly.
If I can't be me, then what am I?
And I have said it a million times, and I will say it again. This world would be a much better place if everybody would mind their own fucking business and not worry what everybody else is doing in their lives.
How dare you?
Oh my goodness.
Who cares what I'm doing with my girlfriend in my bedroom? Sally down the street, the Bible thumper, has no fucking business being in my bedroom.
I tried to invite her in. It didn't work.
And that's the thing. When it comes down to it, if people are being respectful around you, be respectful around people. Period.
Right.
Okay. You don't. I get it. You're together. You don't have to let 1,000 people know by making out in the middle of Walmart whether you're gay or straight.
100%.
I don't give a shit. That right there is just. It's one of those things. It's inappropriate to sit there and push whichever side on you. Or on somebody else. It's the same thing as religion. I'm not going to walk up to you and talk to you about our Lord and Savior goth chicks and fishnets. Okay.
I'm in.
Please do.
Please do.
When did that come in? I didn't read that book.
Is that a religion?
I didn't learn
Wait
about
a
that in
minute.
school.
But it's not. I'm not gonna walk up to you talking about this is this way and this is that way. You have to deal with this. Blah 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 blah.
It's like Jehovah's Witnesses coming up to your doorstep and asking you if you learn. Let's talk about our Lord and Savior.
You got two choices when they walk up to your door. You can be like me and tell them, "Hell, Satan, come on in," something like that. Or you can politely decline, and they will politely walk away. And that's the best
I'm
way
usually
to deal
the
with
asshole.
people in this world. If you are literally somebody that is so hardcore about pushing what you are and how you identify to somebody else that's not going to agree with you, stop.
Mhm.
That's how these stupid fights
No,
start.
Walmart is not for making out.
Walmart is for making out for Piggly Wiggly and Publix. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, featured comment on today's podcast is going to be Grimlock Smash. He's going to be the.
Listen,
is having a heyday with this.
as a bi woman, I can't stand watching heterosexual make out in fucking public. I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. Quit sucking face.
I don't want to see anybody sucking face in public. I mean,
No, I don't mind people holding hands and giving the cute little, okay, I love you. That's fine. But if you're having a hardcore tongue down each other's throat,
But why is it always teens? It's always fucking teens doing it.
Teens are gross, okay? Teenagers are nasty.
Teenagers, it doesn't matter what their sexuality is. Teenagers are little nasty, gross people that just, be like, you know what? You look so good right now.
Cool, go to the fucking stock room.
Well, actually, scientifically speaking, they've actually proved this, that even in your teen years, your mind has not fully developed yet.
No,
At all.
you're right.
Now,
So
Pit Boss, you did a segue. You just didn't know it. You were talking about history. So why
right.
not?
So
Now.
here's the best one right off the bat, guys. Banning of books in school
Yeah.
and censorship. It's all the same thing. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Straightforward. It's censorship.
When we're talking about banned books in schools, and this I'm gonna go with all three of you, okay? Not you, Pit Boss, because we talked about this earlier, and you know exactly what I'm going to talk about here in just a second. But all three of you. So let's start with Angel first. When they talk about banned books in schools, what do you think they're actually talking about?
To Kill a Mockingbird.
What else?
Trying to save face. Anything that is covering up the government's involvement in something, trying to whitewash history. That's the censorship. And the Bible.
Oh, and the Bible, of course. Courtney, what do you think about when they say ban books?
They're actually banning books that they see or deem to be too violent, portraying racial interactions or of actual ethnicity, ethnic things, and sexual discussions. They actually banned Hop on Pop by Dr. Seuss because it portrays violence against fathers. Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow. I didn't have that on my list.
Wait.
Yeah.
I don't, Dr. Seuss?
Hop on Pop. Yes, Hop on Pop has been
Dr.
banned.
Seuss has
Okay.
dark history too.
Yeah,
You'll
so I was
see
going to
point-
say
more
at
of
one
it
him.
point-
could also be the fact of Dr. Seuss's history.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. It's Dr. Seuss's history, and the kids don't know that. They just know the books.
Exactly.
The books are amazing books, though.
They are amazing books. He could have murdered a million people, and nobody would have given a shit because his books are so awesome. And then the kids find out, oh my god, I really read that murderer's books. Yeah, you really did read those, and they were just all about it whenever they were reading them to you. You know, Sam I Am is actually some guy that he killed with a lawnmower. Who knows? I mean,
Hey,
Jesus
there's nothing like
Christmas.
green eggs and ham.
Right? But now, Dragon,
Yes.
what do you think about that whenever they talk about banned books? So now, the reason why I ask you all this, and this I'll elaborate, the reason why I ask you is because they're not only banning those certain books, but they're also banning the LGBTQ books as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're
So-
banning any book that is different than straight, white. It's almost going back to, and I hate to say it, the Aryan race. That if you're not,
my god,
Oh, there it is.
the Germans.
Doing-
I'm sorry, but like I
It
watched
goes back
a
to
whole-
World War II.
Yeah, that if
Yeah.
you're not that, if you don't follow that belief and that
Uh-huh.
look, then you can't be in our kids' library. For God forbid the child actually read about that, they might want to be that other type of person or accept them. And
Yep.
it's
Well, and-
ridiculous.
Silencing different cultures and ethnicities.
And
We
yeah,
already
it
know
doesn't
how
follow
World
their
War II
standard.
felt about books.
But don't forget, if you guys notice what books are staying there, or that are actually staying in the libraries, what point of those books are actually touching religious beliefs?
I don't know
many-
what
how
books
many-
are staying.
A lot of the books, if you notice, are touching religious beliefs, and I'm going to say it
Mhm.
under the Christian wording.
There is no separation from church and state. We all learned
There
that
was at
when,
one point.
yeah, but once Roe versus Wade went into effect, where was the separation of church and state?
Well,
Because
that's
that
the
was
thing.
clearly
The
A
Sam-
religious
the Sam's
move.
in a temple.
And that's the
Mhm.
thing. We used to pray at the very first when I went to school, going through elementary school. Was the Pledge of Allegiance and the prayer, and then
they tried to remove that from schools too.
well, and that was the thing at the time. They tried and failed, but they removed prayer from schools, so we were just doing the Pledge of Allegiance. And then I don't know if they're doing the Pledge of Allegiance in schools anymore or not. I have no idea.
well, in my
They still
new
do it up here.
school, the one I'm doing now, we do it, but I don't force kids to stand up. I don't force kids to put their hand over their heart. It's their choice. I stand up, I do it. At my old school, it was nixed, and they still don't do it.
If I had a kid right now in
You
the
gonna do it
area
now?
that I'm in,
You gonna do it now, huh? It's America, woman. You gonna do it now?
I am in a heavily old Roman Catholic area. They still do prayer. They still do all the songs. I saw the 5-year-old come home singing "Jesus loves me," whatever, and looked at me and went, "Oh yeah, you're gay."
We have a question.
Oh my
that
God, that's
weird.
it has to be addressed right now. Someone help me! Supernatural or the new Little Mermaid? film?
Little Mermaid.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen either one. I would say
I
Little
haven't
Mermaid.
seen Supernatural, so I'll have to go with Little Mermaid, even though I haven't seen it.
You have a
Just-
comment over in the TikTok live as well.
oh God, what?
Jesus. Is
Hey,
it
you-
no,
what did you
I
type?
answered that one. I actually muted.
I didn't put
that
any-
one. It's
What was the
Oh.
question?
The
How do I
question
send
is,
you a
how
pic?
do
I need
send
a
you
live
pic? I
reaction.
need a live reaction. Like, just send it to me and I'll make a video.
Let's do it right now.
We can't. We're on.
Is it something that's been banned or censored?
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Well-
leaning towards Supernatural. I'm sorry.
Now, this is a list of what they've banned so far that I know of, and I'm just going to go through them real quick. Call of the Wild, Diary of a Young Woman by Anne Frank, the things
Mhm.
they carried by Tim O'Brien, Of Mice and Men.
Oh, that's such a
Of
good
Mice
book.
and Men?
Yes, it is.
I mean, come on.
Such a good book. John Steinbeck.
A
Oh.
Wrinkle in Time,
What?
Yeah, A Wrinkle in Time got pulled.
Well-
Catcher in the Rye.
Bones, did you see there was a YouTube where someone showed boxes and boxes, like
Yeah.
almost an entire
Yeah.
libraries of
Oh,
books?
no, I saw it.
That was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. Grapes of Wrath, Lord of the Flies, 1994, Catch-22, friggin' Animal Farm.
Have to say
The
I didn't
Sun
like that
Also
book.
Rises.
I think they also banned the Wild Things, where the Wild Things are.
Yeah, they did.
As
They
I
did.
Lay Dying, The Invisible Man,
These are classics.
and The Great
To us.
Gatsby.
And the Great what?
Gatsby?
These
Yeah.
are
The Great
all
Gatsby.
controversial, have racial history or something
Mhm.
involved in it.
See,
Oh God, you would send it to me on the phone. I'm on the live with you, goober.
you know,
I got you.
Like,
the thing
goddamn.
that actually throws me off
Hi,
is
Lita. Come over here, Lita.
Mice and Men. Okay, I'm sorry to point this out. I'm gonna point it right off the bat. Are you trying to hide disabled people?
Yes, they
No, they're
don't
just-
want.
They don't want to they don't want to show that disabled people are real
They go back to the whole Holocaust. They literally weeded out. If you were not a perfect person,
Yeah. Well, that's the old adage, call the weak,
yes,
is what it is.
and it's
Yes.
wrong.
And it's
Yeah, but see, those books you could actually utilize as a teaching tool
Yes.
to show children, okay, this is what it was like back then.
yeah.
Let's discuss what things have changed since now.
And
Right.
that's okay. I bought. I was over at a garage sale and I saw it was a book about Hitler, and it was basically the time from where he was alive to the time he was dead. It was an educational book,
Mhm.
and it was an educational kind of deal. Now it was meant to educate people of who he was, the bad things he did, how he grew up, what kind of person he became, and all that jazz, and how he died. And
Okay, right.
that's one of those things that why would you ban that from a school whenever a kid can learn that this is not the way to live life? Because
Don't
know-
they say history repeats itself?
100%.
But you want to prevent that. You want to prevent the
Yeah.
cycle of history
Yeah.
if it's a negative
So
aspect.
why are
of
we
it.
hiding history?
That's what they think. They think if they delete that portion of history, then
No.
it's not going to repeat itself. When it's like, no, it
because
will.
my
That's the
family, my great-great-grandfather is actually on the wall at the Holocaust Museum. And so while I don't practice being Jewish, ever since my grandparents, they don't practice being Jewish, but it's still a part of my history. I've always been interested in the Holocaust and reading about it and watching, all the movies. Night by Ezel Wise has been one of my
Yep.
favorite books.
Such a good book.
Children in
You know,
pajamas.
The boy in the striped pajamas.
Oh my
we
God,
actually
such
watched
a good movie.
Schindler's List in school.
Oh
Yes,
really?
we did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, we actually watched the Scarlet Letter. We watched
I
Schindler's
was-
List.
Out of school. Sorry.
They're just
I'm-
trying to delete parts of history that are actual real events to make it look like these things never existed.
Right. That we're a
So-
perfect country.
Dragon,
I mean,
what'd you
Yes.
do in school in the 1940s?
Asshole.
No, I just wanting to know, was Jesus good in high school? I mean, was it good?
all right. I'm old.
You're not
I
old,
watched
honey.
Schindler's List in a movie theater, not in my high school.
Oh, okay.
Damn,
Sorry.
Dragon, you just aged
I will
yourself
admit,
bad.
I am
But that-
old.
But that's the thing. We had those movies in school,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
I mean, hell, we had band and woodshop class too. Now they don't have hardly. I'm gonna make music with my phone, and they don't really care anymore about any of the extracurriculars. I love dodgeball.
No,
I love
exactly.
I
dodgeball.
love the
in school.
extracurriculars.
I love the big red rubber ball that gave you a welt on your face, and you went.
Yeah.
to class
Yeah.
and like, yeah.
Oh, but that's banned. You can't.
I
You can't
I
play dodgeball
woodshop.
anymore.
Because
I know.
it's too violent.
Yeah.
Put your safety glasses on and shut up. Turn around.
I
Wait,
mean, I love
Pip
wood
us.
shop.
Oh my god. We actually had a woodshop teacher who was missing his finger.
I'm with you. I mean,
That is-
the best
don't
one,
do
too.
that.
This is what we don't do, kids.
Hey kids, this is a day of safety. This is why they call me Three Finger Tom now.
Don't use alcohol and power tools at the same time.
Oh my God.
Yo, my woodshop teacher straight up said, "This is what happens if you hit the bandsaw the wrong way." Everyone stay on this side of that line.
Listen, I'm pretty sure almost everybody's woodshop teacher was an alcoholic, all right? I'm just
Not
gonna
mine.
say it.
I didn't take woodshop. We didn't have it.
Clearly,
Well, the biggest one of with all the history of what our history that we have in schools. I mean, I like the mental aspect of people. I mean, I read the books on serial killers. I watch, documentaries on stuff like this. I'll admit it. I have a book that I'm going to say that's in my library that is literally Mein Kampf.
That explains a hair.
That's Hitler's own autobiography.
And I do it because of the history, the mental side of
Right,
this person.
Dahmer.
And me being, it doesn't mean I'm, I have a German background. I've been to Germany. I've been to these concentration camps. I got to tell you,
People ask the questions.
I walk in and I feel sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel, I don't know what it is. It's nothing Christian. It's just I feel sick to my stomach because I know the history of what actually happened.
Yeah, and then and that's the thing. A lot of they're trying to take that away, and a lot of kids don't understand that. It's like you guys got to understand there was a mass genocide at one point in history that took away a lot of lives, and that's one of those things that if they want to erase that, you can erase it from public knowledge, but there are still people that are going to know that, and those are the times where you walk up to somebody and go, "Oh, did you know? I had no idea."
But then we're going to start creating people like you ask these people out in the street, how many states are in the United States, and they're not going to know these type of
13.
things.
Look,
All right, you know what?
I have to say something. Dragon, I know you said you didn't have wood shop in school. That's because they didn't call it wood shop. They called it carpentry, and Jesus taught it.
Wow.
Ouch.
Nailed it.
Can I
Courtney,
I need to
love
ask
you.
a question of you three ladies. And well, two ladies
An angel.
We're gonna go 2.5 women here. Yeah. But how in the hell do y'all have the same color wall? Do y'all not notice that? Do y'all not
We're
notice
all in
that? It
apartments.
looks like you.
Yeah, we all live in apartments, so
We
all rent.
Yeah, this
they
is
paint
actually
it
called
cream.
standard construction.
No. That back wall looks like both of these walls. I'm just saying.
It makes me
Look,
wonder.
yeah, you're hiding it.
We're actually all in the same house. We've been lying.
It's just what it looks like. It's like these
Yeah.
two look like they're in the same house right now.
They
That's what it is.
They're in their rooms. I'm in the workshop. It's fine.
She said, "Mom, damn."
It's bad if one of them
Mom?
laughs, you can hear it on the other side.
All
of
right,
one of them.
stop. I could be probably both of your mothers, but enough.
You got some fucking explaining to do.
Also,
Okay.
Bones, I request that you scold Angel if he ever puts the Dahmer glasses back on again.
Oh God. No, I'm not.
Look, we're not going to erase history.
Oh, God.
This was crimes against gay black men.
Hey, and so since
Wow.
you're in that persona right now, I'd like to ask you some questions.
Oh no,
Yeah.
please, no.
Oh, here we go. We're going mental now. So now, when did you feel the change go from a standard young child into literally one of the #1 biggest serial killers?
Oh, I'm so
Listen,
sick of all
mute
these
that
serial
guy
killer books
because
being like,
it's-
they were traumatized as a child. So what? I didn't go one day, I wonder what their guts look like.
Okay, so
Off track.
Severely.
SouthernBetPolice.com, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, SouthernBetPolice.com, where you get all your
Nice
nutty
save,
news.
Bones.
Oh my goodness. So anyway, I'm gonna go back over here to the comments. and
Not
see-
the color is by salmon.
Wow.
How do you guys see the comments earlier than I
So
get to
if
see
you
the
actually,
comments?
if you click on this thing that says chat, it says comments and you can see them all.
No, I know. But
Technology is so cool.
Grimlock, of course, had to make sure
They
that
are hilarious. Hey, it's Jeffrey Dahmer.
Grimlock is going to be the most featured. Oh my
Commenter.
God!
Oh god, Daddy Bones over on TikTok.
did Jesus wear Yeezy slides? I will say, answer that. They weren't around.
I don't know, but I heard Crocs were pretty close. Sorry.
The Yeezus
Angel's like
sandals.
going to put the Crocs away.
That's
So
true.
many Starbucks basic people.
Dude, I'm
I hate
telling you,
Starbucks.
like I'm losing it here.
Yeah,
What
you-
up, Phil.
We need a new topic.
Okay, new topic. That's a good segue for southernvetsweets.com. Oh, sorry. Southern Vet's gonna look at this and be like, golly, he's pushing my stuff. Yes, I am, because I love your nuts. So anyway,
Don't want to
well,
like Donald.
Wow.
What? He sells
What?
pecans and almonds. He sells nuts. Jesus Christ. what's
Wow.
wrong?
Roasted?
The best nuts you'll ever taste in the
Just
comments.
nuts roasting.
I do love some nuts
I mean, I heard the Pirate's Booty was pretty good.
Dahmer did too.
on my chin.
So that brings this
oh my
up.
god.
Hate for and or by the LGBTQ community. Because we know hate runs both ways. There's
Yes.
there's no stopping that. But have you ever run into or have you ever had an issue with somebody, either straight or gay, either way, that has just they tried to push your buttons, they tried to push something on you?
Yeah,
Let's go.
actually,
Let's go with Angel. Let's go with
Hi. It's so weird. You're pointing the opposite.
I know
way.
the wrong side.
Well, you're here for me. So.
Yeah,
Sis.
no, on our screen you're on
yeah,
pitch.
there.
Angel's over there.
My bad. Is that better?
There you go.
Now
No.
Angel's over there.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Is that better?
What happens when I do this? Using cishet as a slur.
Using what?
Cishet. Cisgendered heteronormative.
You just blew.
So, welcome
Why?
to Hate Free Lesson. Cis is actually Latin proverb before gender. You're not assigned, you're born fucking man, woman, whatever. You were that
Oh, I
for
was
your
like,
entire
what?
life.
Cis male.
Trans
Cis
is
male,
on the
cis female.
trans being on the other side of that spectrum. It is meant to educate and just put a freaking label on things, and it is used as a slur more from trans members. They will 100% hate on you for it. What are you fucking talking about?
Well,
over here? Just see his lips move.
well, okay, that's weird. So, Courtney, have you ever had any issues, problems, stuff like that with?
No,
with
not
the
really.
community or from the community.
No, I've never really experienced any of that. Because again, I'm not somebody who gets all bent out of shape because somebody calls me a cis female.
No.
You know,
What about experiencing
it's an-
biphobia?
What?
What about experiencing biphobia?
No, because I don't go around going, "Hey, I'm bi, everybody!" You know, but that's just me. Like, I don't have to do that. If I like a woman, I like a woman. If I like a man, I like a man. I don't feel the need. I don't feel the need to announce it. Like, I'm just walk into a room and go, "Hi, I'm Courtney and I'm bi. Nice to meet you all."
Hi, I'm Angel.
Oh, by the way, Phil just wanted us to know. Oh wait, that's Sarah. Sorry, Phil wanted us to know. Hashtag damn it, Phil.
Damn it, Phil.
Damn it, Phil.
Damn it, Phil.
Always with the damn it, Phil.
But no, I've never experienced it per se.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
no.
Dragon, have you ever experienced anything like that?
Just with students at work, when I wear any type of pride wear, and only one time did I wore a proud shirt. My
Now, hold
sister.
Now,
Go ahead.
because of that, that actually that begs the question: do any of the parents of those kids come up to you and try to start shit with you about anything?
Nope.
It's because she got a
No one. No parent has ever said.
She got a switchblade in her hand, going, "Hey, yeah, go ahead, ask a question, motherfucker."
I will give you an F.
I will give you an F on your chest permanently. Now get out of my face,
Better than an A.
dude. Why do they? That's my
The
question.
Scarlet Letter.
My kids brought their report cards home, and they don't have A's, B's, and C's anymore. They got 1, 2,
Nope.
3, 4s.
Yep.
Why?
And it's the work
fuck?
because it's you can equate a 1 with a D or an F, a 2 with a C, B, A. That's what we tell parents. That's what we tell the kids. It means absolutely nothing.
So what happened?
Because-
what happened to the alphabet? That did
They don't think the
The
children-
Alphabet Mafia said it wasn't appropriate.
Yeah,
They don't
stop taking our shit, eh? Fucking
Wait, hold
whitewash.
on.
Those are our
Sesame
letters.
Street said no, we can't use it anymore.
Well, no, not at the younger ages. They don't use it. They use it in middle school and above.
Yeah, my daughter
kid-
still gets
my
A's and
kids came
B's.
home with that whole 1, 2, 3, 4 crap, and I was like, "What is this?" They said, "Oh, this is our grades now." What? Because my daughter goes, "Look, I made 28 A's," and I'm like, "28 A's? What the hell are you talking about?" And I looked, and they have got it broke down to such a micromanaged category thing. I'm just going,
Yep.
There used to be 7 motherfucking subjects.
Because millennials are OCD.
Dude.
Like, look, I can break this down more.
We turned report cards into Common Core math.
Oh, fuck, I hate Common Core.
Oh my God.
Fuck that shit. You cannot get 2 from 10, okay? Or whatever it is. Building
Oh.
boxes and
Yeah, I'm with you.
hurts my head.
With our conversation that we're having, I'm going to point this out. I have dealt with it, actually, from the gay community towards me and my daughter. My daughter was actually the president of the LGBTQ club in her high school, and
The
she's
what?
not even gay. And then all of a
what
sudden,
club?
The
The
Gay
L-
Alliance.
the Gay Alliance,
He said that.
Gay Straight Alliance.
LGBTQ.
Can you guys like just call it like the Alphabet Army or something? Because
Alphabet
That's usually Alphabet
Yeah.
Mafia.
I feel like this. And then this is
I'm with
You ready?
you.
Little bit of quoi.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I can't say that. I can't pronounce it.
You look at all the fucking letters and try to say his word. Leviticua.
And lesbian is lay dollar bean, okay?
Yes, that's because TikTok won't let us put lesbian.
Well, I know
They've taken our
added,
hashtag.
they've added more to it as they've gone along, and
Mhm.
at some point, I'm just like, why don't you just guys come up with a fucking name for the community? Like, I don't know, the gay community.
Alphabet
Queer.
Mafia.
Alphabet Mafia is stupid.
Queer.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Because you
not.
can
It
add
sounds
as many
super
letters.
cool.
Bro,
Hey,
listen.
it's the mafia.
Oh, whoa.
Well, there goes my alphabet soup.
You will finish your soup.
No,
Hey, it's all about the
I'm
D.
gonna
Oh, bye,
hide
Bones.
right here. No, my thing is like the Alphabet Mafia was actually started as a hate slur, and they embraced the hell out of it.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
really?
I love
I
it.
did not
It
know
was
that.
great.
Because
But-
we are a mafia that pushes our agenda on people.
No, I mean it is what it is.
Or you're swimming with the fishes.
Well, that's the thing. Pride Month is Pride Month. If you're curious about what you want to know about, that's great. No problem. Go somewhere and talk to somebody. Do your research. Not a problem. If you have a problem with Pride Month, shut your mouth. Because you know what? Do we go around Christmas like telling y'all that something about Christmas? Like, you know, this isn't a Jesus Day or some shit?
If I have to listen to All I Want for Christmas before Halloween one more time, we gonna talk about pushing that
Hey!
agenda.
I enjoy listening to Christmas music in July. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're just gonna do that. All right.
So my biggest thing is that my daughter is a very large supporter. All right, it was the first group ever that started in her high school, and she stood up and said, "I'll be your president. I'll stand up. I will support, and I will take a lot of the brunt." After she left, she literally got bashed by the community,
Yeah.
saying, "You're not gay. You're not supposed to do this. You're not this. You're not this." It's like, stop. It
why
doesn't
the
matter.
gay
She's
straight
there to
alliance.
support you. She's there to stand in front of a bus that's driving towards you. Because
It's just
she
the
cares
whole
ab-
idea of stop telling people what to do.
Yeah.
If they
Well,
want to
it
support
goes
this,
both
they
ways.
support this.
It
The
goes
whole
both ways.
purpose of that Gay Straight Alliance was to stop the fighting in school and stop the bullying. I created
And
the one
that's-
in my
and that's-
high school.
Dude, I'm not anywhere in the community of as far as the Alphabet Mafia goes. I'm not. But at the same time, they have my full support.
You
But
are
I will
an
tell
ally.
you, when I feel like something is wrong,
Mhm.
and I will tell you when I feel like something could be different. You know, me personally, I'm one of those people that firmly believes that the kids should not be involved in any way. If you want to teach your kid that, that's your child. I don't believe that should be a thing right now. They should be kids. They shouldn't be learning about sexuality. They shouldn't be learning about any of that crap. They need to be learning about how to play Fortnite or run outside. I'm just saying. They need to worry about, like throwing a rock down a stream or going outside and hanging out with their friends or something like that. Not worrying about what their status is in the community.
They also need to be taught when it becomes present in their life.
President?
So like present in their life.
President?
So for example, right now, Tennessee has banned drag queens. Why?
Tennessee.
Drag queens are everywhere.
Hold on.
They watch them on television as actors. And that's
they watch
okay?
the sexualized version. That's why.
Hold on. Now here's my thing. Don't get me wrong. I love drag queens to death. I will hang out with them all day long. I have no problem with them. Okay. That being said, they banned a certain thing in public is what it was. Drag queens can still do their things. They can still do the shows and stuff like that.
But why are we banning them in public? There's
again,
no harm.
It's that agenda that people push that you shouldn't be doing this. You should be doing. It's like, okay, cool. If I cannot practice my drag, if I cannot practice my homosexuality, then why do you get to practice your heterosexuality?
Yeah,
exactly.
See, that's where it's gone extremist. Where it started from is story time. You're having drag queens and drag kings read gay-friendly books.
Yeah.
Have any of you been to a story time?
Yep.
Hoping to this summer.
I highly encourage it. Then you will see there's zero sexualized about it or push an agenda. The kid literally goes, read that book to me. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen in any of them like coming up in full on like real skimpy drag and then dancing and
it's on purpose.
Twerking their butts while they're reading a book.
They're just reading a book in drag. It's like fucking Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything. Patrick Swayze and Wesley Snipes were in drag. John Leguizamo, drag. 3 of the biggest actors, and it was okay for them to portray drag queens, but let real drag queens come out in public.
You do realize that a lot of black actors have done drag.
Yes.
If you notice, and here was the thing I saw it on YouTube the other day. I thought it was hilarious because they said it's their breakthrough moment in Hollywood. They have to wear a dress and dress up like a lady, and all of a sudden they become successful. And if you look at the history of that, they have become successful. Kevin Hart swore up and down he would never do it, and he did it on SNL. And now he's getting pushed in these movies. He's had his own production company. Like, he blew up, and I'm like, is that a thing? But just think about it.
Bones, I can't see you in drag. Let's not go down that road.
I'll put you in drag.
I've got it. I've got it on my page, on my TikTok. It's there.
I can see him doing it. Yeah. Just for doing it.
Listen, my brother tried to do drag for my cousin's graduation, and he looked horrendous. Okay.
Hey! Now,
some people just can't pull it off.
Just because some of us can't look like perfect. I mean, I hop into another platform, and if I see somebody getting picked on or something like that, or being down in the day, guess what I'm doing? I'm dressing up like Ariel, hopping in there, and you hear my voice, and then all of a sudden I pop up on the screen. You lose your mind. You're like, oh my god, Pit Boss, what are you doing? It's like, because I want to, because you're smiling.
That's
what drag queens want to do. They want to bring happiness to people.
That's a good way of putting it. It's not sexualized activity. It's the kids just seeing a pretty person reading.
Yeah.
And I am a drag king.
But
speak to anyone in drag and ask them, if there's a child present, what outfit are you wearing?
Well, that's my thing. If there's a kid, me personally, like I said, I'm not taking my kids to these shows. I'm not taking any of that stuff. I want them to be children. I want them to enjoy their life as kids. When they get to be teenagers, then they can start asking and exploring. Then whenever they're young, why the fuck would I sit there and say, this is what you need to do, or this is what you need to be? And that goes on both sides.
But now here's the thing, Bones. We have, in the elementary, I mean, 4th and 5th, I don't know if 3rd grade has it. We have health class. And it goes up to middle school.
Okay.
These kids need that class because I actually just found out a child not in our middle school, but in another middle school. So like 6th, 7th, 8th, got pregnant. I know it's not the drag concept, but these kids need to know safe
Oh, they need to know
sexual
about safe,
practices.
they need to know about safe sexual practices. 100%. We had sex ed in school. That is sexual education. The sexual education is teaching you about the reproductive parts of sex.
Yes.
Yes, but
That's
what
it.
they also need to discuss is gay sex as well. Because
Ooh.
yes,
But questions-
hello.
No,
Kids have
The
questions.
AIDS
Sex.
pandemic, they were
Hold on.
focused solely on
They're-
gay men getting AIDS.
And that's fine. That's fine. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm saying is what they're discussing in school is science, and procreation is what they're talking about in school.
But what if-
procreation?
But what if a kid comes up with a question? Because I know my friend who's a health teacher in the town that I live in, kids come up with questions.
and
They're going to come up with how does a
that's-
guy and a guy have sex?
and
or-
that's at the teacher's discretion to answer that. Now, if the teacher wants to tell them how it goes, then they can tell them how it goes. But they also have to deal with the repercussions of the community and the parents at that
See,
time.
that I don't think is okay. Like,
I'm
they
not
should
saying it's
discuss
okay.
safe sex amongst two males or two females,
And
but not how it's done.
I'm not saying that it's not. I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm not. But what I'm saying, what I'm shooting for in everything is neutrality in schools. Neutrality. If they have a question, the teacher has a choice to answer that question or not. At that point,
Have a resource center.
the teacher can say, "Hey, I don't want to answer that question. You can ask somebody that has better knowledge," because it might be a straight teacher that has no idea. What's he going to be like? Well, they like butt stuff. That's about all I can tell you.
Well,
Okay,
I know
here's
my
They can do
resources.
that.
my friend who
I
teaches
don't
the
have
health.
to know that stuff to be.
Nowadays,
here's the
we have enough
resources.
sources online that
Right.
you can put.
I am not
how
sending
two
the kid
men
to
have
Google.
intercourse, and you got 50
Jesus
hub
Christ.
pages that pull up that are going to tell you exactly how it's done. I mean,
But
good
Bones,
Lord.
my friend who is the health teacher in the town I live in,
Yeah.
she does a whole parent thing beforehand. I had to go to it because
That's
my daughter was
smart.
starting health. So we went to a whole parent thing, and that she presented the fact that she's going to answer, and she's going to have question boxes, and she's going to answer your child's question.
And that's smart right there. That's smart to engage the parents as a teacher, as an educator.
Mhm.
This you walk up to those parents and you say, "Hey, this is what I'm going to talk to the kids about. This is our
This
curriculum.
may come up.
This
Right.
may come up, or this is what our curriculum is. Here it is." You had now the parents can go, "Okay, this is what I agree with. This is what I don't." Blah blah blah
Yep.
blah. And if they put
And
the
they can-
input of it in there, they can actually educate the children.
Yep.
Not only
They also
to-
have the privilege to opt out of the whole program.
100%.
Yeah,
That's another thing.
that's
in the
where
town I
like
live in.
those
If you have
electives.
If you have
Uh-huh.
gay parents and you have straight parents in there, and the straight parents, I don't want my kids to know that. Well, I want my kids to know that. Well, at that point, it just comes down to, okay,
They usually separate the kids. The ones that are not allowed to be a part of it, they usually go to a study hall.
Yep.
Which
you're not
why
allowed
does
to
the
be
kid get
part of
punished?
what?
If the parents opt
If you're
out
not
for their
heterosexual
child,
kids?
no.
To be part
If
of
the
the
parents
sex ed.
decide to opt out, they don't
I was about to
participate
die.
in those conversations. No. If the parents say, no, I
Yep.
don't want my child to learn about this, they go to a study hall or another class.
Or
And
the
that's
library. Yep.
That's
Yeah.
good because they have input in how their kids come up. As a parent, I want to teach my kids about the birds and the bees. Oh, too late. They already know because
My child knew in kindergarten what the birds and bees were because some kid on the bus taught her how to spell sex and she went and Googled it.
and that's
Me being
my
a
thing.
non-parent, I don't care as much about them learning birds and bees. I want those kids taught young what consent is. As simple as, can I hug you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's
Which
that is different than that. Honestly, it's it's different and the same at the same time because consent can mean a lot of things. It can even be handshake, high five,
Exactly.
hug, sex.
but having that as a
all of it.
foundation, like for young kids,
Yeah.
when it does get to birds and bees, well, hold up, I didn't say you could hug me.
Well, and that's the thing. You teach them consent early. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Consent is a different topic. You know, that's something that all children.
I'm gonna push my agenda on you. Consent.
Because especially children with special needs, because autistic
Yes.
children don't like to be touched.
Yep.
They are so triggered.
They do not like it unless they have been forewarned. Hey, I'm going to touch your shoulder. hey, we're going to go and walk and I'm going to hold your hand, or hey, can I hold your hand? Or, that kind of thing. Those
That
are
also normalizes kids being able to speak to their parents, but hey, I didn't like that nanny. Right, I was right.
I'm putting
Nanny
you out
hugged me
there.
today.
I love you, honey. I love you so much. But you are forever now on the Bones Radio podcast as the person who forgot their phone in the freezer.
Can we look at Grimlock's comment underneath that?
I'm just gonna
Oh,
scar
God.
that. Oh, what?
No.
Underneath it?
The one about somebody
no.
got pregnant. A kid got pregnant, and the damn egg.
It was a spam, wasn't it?
Spam.
I mean, I can tell you, my family was raised. My family, since I've grown up, was raised Christian. Okay, I know that book that they're going to talk about: forwards, backwards, reverse, upside down, and sideways. Okay, but my dad always taught me something right off the bat: respect the person.
100%.
Respect the person. That person has a bubble like everybody else. Everybody has a bubble around them. Respect that bubble. You break that bubble, it's your fault. What could happen?
And that's why we need to teach young men and women this concept of consent, because that might reduce the amount of, sexual victims being.
Hey,
Yeah.
just don't
Done.
teach the they-thems, they'll get a complex.
I think I just had a complex.
Listen. I am all for everybody being who they are, but I'm also one of those people that doesn't play the pronoun game either.
Okay,
I
Daddy
don't.
Bones.
Honestly,
I'm just repeating comments from TikTok.
do I play the pronoun game with you? No, I don't. But
Yeah,
I
but
show you, but
Angel
I
is gender fluid.
Hold on.
Say, now, this is
Angel's gender fluid, so that means,
this is to each person. Me personally,
yeah.
It's a spectrum. I don't care.
That's the thing.
I
though.
prefer
With
not
anybody
she, her,
out there,
but
I have never played the pronoun game. I will never play the pronoun game. I will respect your sexuality and who you are and who you want to be and all that jazz. But I will never use they, them. I will always say Angel, or I will always say, him, because that's just the way that Angel is. But if Courtney says, "Oh, I'm they them," I'm gonna be like, "All right, Courtney, cool." So Courtney, I will use Courtney all the time.
but
And
it is
that's the
literally
best
that
thing.
simple.
Like,
Yeah,
and that's
when
okay,
I hear people
because
bitch about pronouns,
it's a
like my
neutral
name's Angel.
respect. It's a neutral.
as long as you respect them, they can tell you what their pronouns are, as long as you're just using their name. They can't get
100%.
mad.
No, but I've had people literally, and this is my point of what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
And what we were just talking about, if anybody has a question about that, is this. So that's to my point. I had somebody hate on me because I would not use their pronouns.
Yeah.
And
So they're kind of pushing that agenda almost on you.
Exactly. And I said, because
Right.
I don't want to use your
Because they're not
pronouns. I
having
don't
respect
have
for
to.
you on that
Well,
understanding.
that's respect for me. Okay, cool. I understand this respect for you. But what's your name? Oh, my name is. It was a dude. He wanted to be called Amy. Okay, well, if your name is Amy, I want to call you Amy. Plain and simple.
Like, that's respect.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you that respect of calling you Amy instead of calling you Phil or Bob or Tom or Jerry or whatever your actual name is. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to call you Amy.
But that's
I
the same
know
way.
my pronoun.
Courtney,
It's
like
still
on your
respecting.
Courtney in the live we were in, and I called that person by their handle or whatever we call the name that they can. And you're like, no, they can be called this. I haven't been given permission. That's what I see on the screen.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta call
I'm
them.
gonna call you by your screen name all the time. There's no question.
Yeah.
So that's it's just a neutral style.
That's the beauty of social media. You're going to call me whatever this says right here.
100%.
I will say that is one of my biggest pet peeves is when people, if you interact with somebody that you've never met before, like at the grocery store, right? And they have their little name tag, right? Or and they don't have a name tag and they look like a girl and you say, "Thank you, ma'am." Or they look like a boy and you say, "Thank you, sir." And they get mad at you right away. And they're like, "How dare you identify my gender?" Sorry. If you look like a woman, I'm saying ma'am. If you look like a sir, I'm saying sir. It's just called being polite.
Oh,
like,
no.
I was raised to say sir and ma'am, regardless.
I had.
Do I get mistaken for a sir on the phone all the fucking time?
Dude,
Because I have a
I had
deep
something way worse than that.
voice.
I had something way worse than that. I had this lovely lady was
Angel, the Dahmer
definitely
glasses.
identifying
Check the comments.
as a gentleman. Okay.
Looks-
And I said, thank you, ma'am. And she goes, it's sir. I said, excuse me? She said, it's sir. I said, oh, my bad. Nice tits, bro. And I turned around and walked off. Because she wasn't trying to tape nothing down or nothing. Just, I mean, we're talking big honkers sitting right in front of you. But I
Oh,
wouldn't
like
be-
me
but I-
talking about I'm
Yeah.
sir.
Yes,
and
there's
then
a
I would
lot
be
of
sure. And I'm like,
non-binary, gender fluid that
But
a beard and
this person literally wanted to chase me down out to the parking lot and complain at me
Yeah.
that I said something. Okay, first off, one, you came at me with attitude. That was your first mistake. And this is what I told him. I said, I'm going to respect everything that you want me to respect. I'll call you sir. I'll call you bro. I'll call you dude. But when you come at me with an attitude, I'm going to come back at you. And my attitude is going to be a lot less than yours is. And it's going to piss you off even more to where you're doing what you're doing right now. All
There's
that
a right
you're gonna
way
do
to
is cost
explain
you
things.
your job and cost you issues and problems in the future. I don't want you to do that. All I want you to do is agree to disagree with me and walk back inside. That's it.
But that's the same thing, Angel, when I asked you that one time, what is the respect title for someone who's gender fluid? We say
There isn't
sir
one.
to gentlemen, and we say ma'am to ladies.
Yeah,
and
there isn't one.
sometimes my first response is yes, sir, yes, ma'am, even
Yeah.
on TikTok. But I don't know what to
There
say.
isn't a
sometimes
lot
to
of
Angel.
truly neutral things. Think Uncle Aunt.
Right. So
At
Angel's
least-
given me that permission to say sir.
Fucking put 'em back on.
Easy. See,
That's
here's
that.
here's the thing with me. When I hear, okay,
Oh my God,
I have
Grim.
80.
Now you understand. Jesus.
I have ADHD. Okay, when I
Thank
hear
you, Bones.
somebody say general, just literally in the terms that Angel was saying,
Mhm.
it's gender fluid. Okay, first of all, gender, male, female, whatever. But when fluid comes into effect, I'm thinking water. So what's going on?
Oh my God.
What's so fluid?
Fluid, like you're just fluid in it. It doesn't
Yeah,
bother
so-
you if you be called she, he.
You're
they,
not on
them.
either side of the spectrum. You're
Yeah.
not a girl. You're not a boy. You kind of are
It's-
just flowing
That's
between.
more non-binary. Non-binary
that's
will
non-binary.
claim they do not have a gender. They are the exact middle.
That's where
With
confusion
fluid,
a lot of people.
you'll see the energy change almost going from more masculine to more feminine. That's the fluidity that
I can tell. I can
I'm fully
actually
aware.
tell
I
when
got tits and my
Angel.
dick's in her purse.
I can tell when Angel gets more feminine
Yep.
and more masculine.
Mhm.
There's definitely a shift in gender role with them.
Yeah. But
You-
but that's
What
the
did you
thing.
do?
You two are in more intents and purposes. You two are involved, and
We are.
you know each other very well when it comes down to it. Now, me personally, I don't know when Angel is going fluid. I don't know when Angel's doing what Angel's doing. That's
I'm more
just the way it
masculine
is.
presenting majority of the time.
Well, yeah.
See,
but
I always
that's the
see
thing,
Angel as
like
Angel.
this right here to me is the masculine part of you because you got the button-up shirt on and you just straight. You're straight as I would say you're straight dude right now, and that's
Oh
okay.
my God,
And
I
that's
like
fine.
this.
They usually get more feminine when I start mind fucking them. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
The irony, and this
I'm gonna
actually
sit
loops
back and
back
let
to
them
men's
go.
mental health.
See that's the
When
thing.
I appear more feminine is when I'm more emotional.
See
Fluid is in flux.
I'm gonna be, I gotta play a little bit of devil's advocate, just a little bit. There's so many different wordings to literally so many different things. The only way to educate somebody is to ask the questions. What is that? What is this?
Mhm.
What is this? If people are going, well, you should have known that. No, I don't. This is why I'm
Exactly.
asking. I don't know.
Buttons had a
And-
comment about
Yeah.
the name tags.
Yeah, the
And
name
that's
tag.
something I've talked about before. Where me as a gender fluid, non-binary person, I'm supposed to ask each of you to please wear your pronouns as well to normalize it. If you put a fucking sticker on your goddamn chest for your fucking pronouns, I'm gonna tear it off. That's my opinion.
but that's where I'm gonna play. You know, I was taught to be one way. Okay, that's all I was taught. I'm Generation X. Okay, I was taught to drink from a hose. That's it.
Yes. And Bones, fuck you.
Thank you, Pit Boss, for being from my era of drinking from a hose.
I drink from a hose, you fuck.
You're
I'll
still
go
like
back to
10,
hose right now.
you're still
The best
10 years
tasting water.
younger than me.
We talk about that. That's the best tasting water.
Just
Yeah,
watch
when
out.
it's got a little bit of a metal taste in it, it definitely tastes.
Hey,
Who gives a
nothing
shit?
wrong with a little mercury poisoning.
You
So-
need a little iron in your diet.
Building up
Yeah.
the tolerance.
Right.
But it's the thing that when I don't know something and I ask that question, I have actually had people that have turned around and literally attacked
Yes.
me. And it's like, this is why I'm asking the question. Educate me on how you want to be.
Oh, there it
But
is.
why attack the person that doesn't know when they're asking the question?
Yes.
Right.
Bringing that back around to the last topic.
Yeah.
Right. The whole
When-
idea of respect.
Yeah. When I was actively doing drag, I kind of dropped away from it because when you get up there, there's your pageants and stuff.
Yeah.
Once you have that sash and the crown and all that, you are now an ambassador for the community. You are supposed to be the person yelling at that guy. Instead of, like, I was like, I'm totally cool with being the person that guy asks everything to. Sure, I will help educate where I can or point you to the right resource.
Right.
But they're like, no, you are to be the person that is in front of those white picket. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not cool with that,
When,
'cause-
when it comes down to it, as far as protesting goes and stuff like that, me personally, that is just this. It's two sides of a coin. You guys are complaining that people should be one way, and the other side's complaining that people should be the other. And nobody is looking at the middle of the whole thing.
Yeah.
The middle of the situation is never addressed. It's one extreme or the other. It's my way or the highway syndrome, and it's really bad right now. Really, really bad. That syndrome is terrible with all kinds of people. It doesn't matter who you are. I want people to be able to sit down at a table and say, well, I want to be this way and I want to be this way. Okay, cool. How
Yep.
can we meet in the middle of this and still respect each other? And they can't do that. They can't.
Nope.
It's these are the facts.
Everybody has to argue. Nobody wants to have the hard conversations and understand that not everybody is aware and knowledgeable of the things that are going on. So when somebody asks the question, hey, what does non-binary mean? What does gender fluid mean? People want to get up and be like, how do you not know this? They don't send out a Gazette. They don't send out a monthly newsletter letting
So you
everybody
didn't get it?
know. No, I don't
Yep.
get it.
I'll bring you
Nobody
a
knows
subscription.
these things. I have asked the gay community multiple times, hey, can y'all start like a monthly newsletter to let the bis and straights know all
Hey,
the shit that's
Courtney.
changing?
Courtney, you just
Right.
experienced biphobia.
But
What do you mean?
It's an extreme. You're either straight on your side, or me as the lesbian supposed to be yelling at that guy. You in the
Right.
middle are 100% left in the dark.
Right.
Choose a side.
So I
like
will
both.
still mention to everybody that Ash did forget her phone in the freezer.
yes, we did. Yeah.
that's gonna stay. That's staying.
Ash,
That
go
was
get
old.
the phone from the freezer.
She has it
She
now.
did, she has it.
Obviously, she's answering.
But you gotta understand though,
Obviously.
she forgot her
Ash.
phone in the freezer. I'm just saying.
Ash, what
I
Ash,
know.
you are going to be
Down or something?
infamous for that. And Grimlock, of course, is Grimlock. He's got some wild comments that he shares with
Oh
us.
my god, I like him though.
And
I like his
it's been fun. It's been super fun watching Grimlock just do his thing. But basically, this is what I want to talk about. What you guys will hope to happen with the future of inclusivity when it comes down to people including each other in all of their things. All of it. It doesn't matter what it is. If you have people that want to go to straight people that have no clue about gay pride and they want to go to pride, will you as the gay friend take them? Will you take somebody that is 100% just curious about it and has never been? Like if I have a friend that has never been to has never been to a Pride event. Well, why do you go? Come with me one time. I'm going to show you exactly why I go. It's a blast. It's just fun. They have what's called gaydar, and they look at you and they go, oh, look at that little straight guy. Look at him. Oh my goodness, you're so cute out here supporting him.
I can't.
I would rather go to the bar and get free drinks as a straight man than sit there. Dude, I went to the bar I went to a gay bar one time with a couple of my gay friends. You're going to be in trouble because you're a straight white guy. No, I'm good. I already knew what to do. I already knew who I was. I already knew I'm fucking great. Don't worry about me. I had motherfuckers buying me drinks all night long. And everyone I'm trying to get in my pants knowing that they ain't going to, but everyone I'm tried to.
Wait a minute.
Can I buy you a drink? Yeah, you can buy me a drink. I don't care. Go ahead. Okay.
See, but that's predatory behavior
no, I'm
too.
straight, but thanks for asking. Appreciate the drink. Can I buy you one in return? No? Oh, you're embarrassed right now. Okay. It's the same thing as when you go as a straight person to a straight bar and the guy hits on the girl and the girl says no, but thanks for buying me the drink. Same concept. But
people don't buy me drinks.
I will take people. Well, that's because you scare them.
Courtney,
I'm not good looking enough.
Oh bullshit!
Oh my God! If I could reach,
up to him and grab him by the shirt,
go to a gay bar.
Motherfucker.
if I could reach through this screen right now and just go poof.
Yeah, right.
Please go to a gay bar and then rephrase that.
No. Yeah, that's the thing. You want to know?
There's a lot of people that probably.
I'll put it to you this way: if you want to know if you're attractive as a man or a woman, go to a gay bar. 100% go to a gay bar.
100%.
They will trust me, they will let you know.
I have never had my confidence so damn boosted.
Dude, I like when Angel comes to the States, I want Angel to come to Alibis, and I want to take Angel to Alibis.
Don't be taking my husband to no gay bars.
I have a history with this. I'm gonna need to bring extra clothes.
That's fine.
Angel drinks and tears her clothes off in the bars.
That's fine. I don't care. But the thing is, I want to take Angel over to Alibis just so I can hang out with Angel at Alibis and literally
Y'all get us free
Angel
drinks.
watch me get hate for being a straight male.
Oh, this is actually my ally. He's my safe walk home tonight. Buy him drinks.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I went into a bar. I went into Alibis the first time ever, and I got the side eye like crazy.
Oh yeah.
I got the hateful butch bitch side eye. That's what I love to call it.
I know which one you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Like this motherfucker.
Fucking man up here in my bar.
Man up here and here, and I'm trying to get me some sniz. What the hell's wrong with you, motherfucker? Yeah, no. I got the side eye until the bartender, who is my friend, who's a lesbian, her name's Misty, and she says, y'all need to quit giving him the side eye and talking shit to him about him because that's my friend. And everybody loves Misty, and they all went, oh, sorry.
The second you vouch for someone, you're good.
Same thing happens when a gay person who is openly gay, wearing a rainbow Superman suit, it doesn't matter what the fuck you're wearing. When you're openly gay and you walk into a straight bar, that's the same kind of thing. You guys give the side eye to them. Like, why are you in here,
Bums.
sissy boy? Until you realize
The amount of free drinks and cash I've gone home with because some guy thought I can buy you enough liquor to make you straight for a night. Good try.
Yeah.
Good night.
Oh yeah.
I love straight bars.
Same thing.
You love
Same
straight
thing.
bars.
I can buy you enough
straight
liquor to
bars.
make you gay for the night.
Well, Bones,
Bro,
you
go
take
for it.
Angel. I'll take Courtney over to Neighbors in Seattle.
Wow. Okay. I was just about to protest Bones trying to Jezebel my husband out, but
no. This would
I mean,
be.
I thought we were
this would
going
be-
together.
This would be me and Angel just going out hanging out as bros and just chilling. That's all that shit would be. Now, if I take Angel to Alibis during Pride Month, then we get to see the dildo races, and that's even more fun.
Mine's faster.
Swear to God, a whole ramp that's like 15 foot down with lanes. They turn them on, let them wiggle all the way down to the bottom. It is hilarious. It is the best time I've ever had. Burlesque shows, volleyball. Well, not volleyball. It was a burlesque show. They poured sand all in the back parking lot of Alibis. All of it. It was like a beach. and they had shows. They had a couple of drag shows. They had a couple of burlesque shows. They had they had the races. They had people just going up there and singing. It was a blast. And I'm over here watching the Christians on the corner going, "You're going to hell." I'm like, dude, I'm not going to hell. I'm going to get another drink. This is fun. What's wrong with you? Like, why are y'all hating? I love Pride Month though. It's fun.
What was the original question?
You're
about being inclusivity. What's our hope for the future?
The future of inclusivity with everybody. And I would hope that people in general, me personally, would hope people in general would drop the stereotypical BS they have about either community and just come to the middle and talk. That's just me.
I'll expand on that. Some of my favorite people took religion class either in high school or college, university, whatever. So they're able to have this open mind and sit down with dang near anyone and be like, all right, I understand you.
Yeah.
Not pushing an agenda either way. Just being able to have open discussions.
And then that's the whole thing. It's not pushing your agenda. It's just letting letting somebody know who you are.
Mm-hmm. One of the biggest conflicts when it comes to gay community is religion.
Yeah.
Sit down, have coffee with me. I'm not gonna bite.
We have a gay church out here. Like 100% preaches about the Lord, this, that, and the other. But they preach all about the love and
that's the new Christian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not you're going to hell because
born again, whatever.
You're like somebody of your own sexual nature. No, it's God loves everybody. Why are we going to exclude certain?
Jesus loves the little children.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you again. You better stop.
I need to call my therapist.
I got one you can call. You can call mine.
Hook me up.
I mean, we can always talk about Grimlock.
She gave it to her boyfriend.
Sorry, buddy.
I mean, I actually went to a gay bar with a good friend of mine, and he is gay upon gay, and I love the man. The man is great.
Gay upon gay sounds gay.
So it's
blaming
awesome.
gay.
And we were sitting there, and I was at Neighbors, and we were hanging, having drinks and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, this little Italian guy named Raul, literally came up and asked if I could dance with him.
I am not putting that up there, Grim. You can stop.
Now I gotta know.
But and I did.
That's Jeffrey, not Jerry.
Every time this poor guy talk, go ahead, Pit Boss.
And I danced with the guy. That was great. And then it was done and over with, and I'd say, thank you for the dance. And I went back to go hang out with my friend. He comes up, so you got a boyfriend? And my friend turned around and goes, no, that's mine.
Yeah, you had somebody literally watching your...
Yeah, watching my back, literally. But
the gays will do that for the straight men that are friends with them.
Yeah. And
so will the lesbians.
No, fuck that.
You know the biggest
lie I was ever told by a lesbian? You know the biggest lie I was ever told by a lesbian? Go to Gay Pride with me. You'll get laid. I promise.
Oh, okay. They were the wrong one. I am wingman of the fucking century. Let's go. The guys are attracted to me. Let's go, Bone.
Dude, I was...
Wow, way to call me out.
I swear to you, I sat there and I was, at the end of the day, like the whole Pride week that we were out there and we were doing everything, at the end of that time, I looked at her and I said, so how many times did you get laid? She goes, you weren't trying hard enough. Am I not wearing a bright enough color? Am I not am I not showing my man?
You don't have to try it all. I've got you.
I've got you.
Bones, I'd take you.
Throw the fuck out of this.
Angel has now put the bar up pretty high right now. Just saying.
I've got history of this shit.
Listen, Bones, Angel wouldn't have to take you very far, but over here to Ohio, because I'd rock your world.
Excuse me, you're going to the parade as well.
I want to survive that experience.
I'm just letting you know. I'm just going to sit back. You guys have some fun.
Courtney would be like, get over here, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
No, you're going with... No, see, you're going with Bones. Courtney's going with Pit Boss. I'm just going to sit and relax back here.
I'll take you to Lord.
Oh, Lord. No, there ain't no Lord.
What in the
Dragon?
hell is happening?
I will not only take you to an event, I will be that vicious butch if anyone says anything about your age or you coming out at a later age.
Listen, I'm not from Ohio originally. I'm from Pennsylvania.
Actually, technically speaking, Ohio is not actually the actual state that has the highest amount of serial killers.
Okay.
What
So which one
is?
does?
Please educate us.
Well-known facts by Pit Boss. Let's know.
I don't want to go fight state by state here, but
Okay, guys, we've had a blast sitting here talking about a bunch of random stuff. We've been actually having conversations about very serious subjects that a lot of people don't want to talk about. And if you guys are watching this podcast right now, understand that this right here can happen with any of you. If you just literally sit down and talk, you don't have to be friends with the people. You don't have to know them. But if you sit down and you actually become a human being, and part of what I like to say is the one race that we all are, which is the human race, and sit down and talk to somebody, then it doesn't matter what your creed, color, or gender is. It doesn't matter about any of that stuff. You can have a conversation. And if you don't agree about it, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can agree to disagree in life. It's not a big deal. I mean, this is the way it is. We've had a lot of fun with Grimlock, who has been lovingly showing us all of his beautiful comments. And we're definitely going to make sure that Ash does not forget her phone in the freezer ever again.
Go get your freezer.
Your phone, not your freezer.
No, she's got to go check the freezer.
Oh, okay.
Get some ice cream while you're in there. Make yourself a smoothie.
But we're going to make sure Ash doesn't forget her phone in the freezer again, guys. Guys, I am Bones. This is Mr. Pit Boss.
hey.
Yeah, this I tried. I really did, but this was the bottom of the barrel I scraped for the co-host position.
I'll be your co-host.
Oh my.
Oh, your hair.
Pit Boss.
Your hair.
You've been tossed. Sorry.
I'm just wingman, not co-host.
Pit Boss is invaluable to me. He's a hell of a dude. I love him to death. He's always going to be here with us. Angel, thank you very much for
Hanging.
masking it up for us.
You're welcome.
Courtney, thank you for
Throwing
your
money
passion and your drive. If you guys don't know about Courtney, she has a lot of passion, a lot of drive, and that's why she's very vocal about what she believes in, and that's what I love about her. She's absolutely fabulous with that, 100%. And you can quit that shit. I saw that. Yeah, I know. I'm giving you props. Okay. Golly. And then, of course, we have Dragon, who's just the old person that we needed to bring in here.
So we wouldn't be ageist. So we weren't ageist.
Dragon is one of those people that she has a educational background. She provides a little bit more of a educator's point of view to us, and that's what
Historical
I love.
point of view.
And a historical point of view.
Yeah, she did carpentry with Jesus.
So was it you or somebody else that came up with the wheel? Anyway, I want to thank everybody that's been watching today. You guys are absolutely fabulous. We're going to do this at least twice a month, and we're going to just have fun with it. It doesn't matter who you are, what you believe, how many followers you have, or how influential you think you are. Sorry, my
Good job.
So the word's English hard. But it doesn't matter how influential you are. I want you on here and I want you talking about certain things and certain subjects. My next podcast, I want to have the hope for 22 a day. Anybody that has a 22 nonprofit, basically. I want to have those people on, and I want to talk to them, and I can have a lot of people in my boxes. And you know, this isn't the wheelie, really, you giggly little turd at the very end.
Fucking Grim. I'm sorry, Grim was coming. Dragon bringing in the AARP community.
The bad thing about it is that did come in the mail today.
Pit Boss, we got to do something about this.
Oh my God.
I mean, we need to talk about this. We need to get open and talk about ages.
Yes.
I feel a little.
No, I don't have that kind of time, and I don't need a history lesson. I've got to go watch somebody get their butt waxed right now, and it's not even going to be fun.
Oh, yes, it
I'm
will.
not the only one. I started a trend. I waxed my butt, and somebody else is doing it now. Ha! Don't make bets on TikTok, people. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what would be an awesome trend? Leaving your phone in a freezer.
That is the most awesome trend ever.
Oh, poor Ash.
All of the people need to know that Ash will leave her phone in the freezer. And Ash, we love you, honey, 100%. Dragon has got to get a shot of this.
Dragon's get a shot. This is for posterity. Click.
Oh,
I need that because she says that all the time.
It's a memory thing. We're not going to be, the age and all that.
Oh my God.
We're gonna go to Ash's live after this. She's gonna be like, "I hate you all."
Yes, she
I'm
will.
going to
So
put
The freezer.
I'm gonna go put my phone in the freezer.
with the ice
You're
cream.
all on
Yep.
punishment.
But thank you all very much for coming in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for doing this with me, and I hope we can do it again at another time about another subject. But until then, guys, thank you for watching the Bones Radio podcast, and we will see you guys next time, and hopefully on the Bones Radio show later on TikTok. We're going to be going 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday, and every other Sunday we are going to be doing podcasts. So come check it out, and we are going to have a blast all the time. We'll see you guys later.